Hi there. Welcome to this podcast on how to answer question 1b for the Russia exam. PDF files can be found on the Relentless History website. The address is shown below, along with the twitter.com/Britain history address for tweets of any links I find. Well, let's get started. The key thing about question 1b is it's a description question. There's no explanation, no evaluation, it's simply what you know. Just below the question from the June 2014 paper, I've put in what the key features are in the mark scheme. It'll ask you to describe the key features, recalling of knowledge. Now in the new specification that you're going to face in the summer, it'll also talk about characteristics of the period. But I've checked the comparisons between the mark scheme from 2014 and 2015 and there is no difference. You'll have no more than 9 minutes to complete this. You should aim for at least 2 full developed paragraphs, and that's a minimum. Remember, if you want to get the grades on this, 2 full paragraphs will get you 5 marks, but you really should be aiming to make sure you've got at least 2 done. Because it's all about description, it's all about revision. Unfortunately, unlike previous exams in the past, years gone by, where people could argue a case and things like that, with this question, no, that's not an option. It's all about what you know. Can you identify a key point? Can you describe the key features of that point? If you can, you're on a winner. If you can't, this question will punish you. So revision, constant, lots early will help you. If we have a look at the mark scheme, let's focus on level 2, the stuff that matters. 1 developed statement, 4 to 5 marks according to the degree of support. So in other words, 1 key feature and then describing that key feature will get you 4 marks, definitely. It says 5 marks, but I think in the current climate, 5 marks will be very, very rare. 2 or more developed statements, 5 to 6 marks. And again, 2 developed statements, 5 marks. If you can stretch to a third, you're probably going to get the 6. You can see here in the mark scheme, I've highlighted 2 points. The markers seem to be wanting you to use certain words, and if you're doing that, they're going to like you an awful lot more. 1 key feature of the revolt was, another feature or a second feature was when, or was, or so and so, and that makes it so that it's focusing you to write more about them, but not just tell the story, actually break it down. Remember, your examiner is going to be reading your exams late after school. They're going to be looking at it through a laptop. If you can put 2 separate paragraphs down rather than just one homogeneous story, they'll like you an awful lot more and reward you for it. Well, let's have a look now at an example answer. I've highlighted here some points. First off, 1 key feature of the Kornilov revolt was the actions of Alexander Kerensky. Now they then identify who Kerensky was, the leader of the provisional government. What he did, he appointed Kornilov as the leader of the army, who was well known for his effectiveness. And what Kornilov did, he began to persuade Kerensky to send out the troops to bring down the Soviets. And then says, look, Kerensky was indecisive. He couldn't have loyalty from the Soviets and the Duma at this point, so he sent Kornilov with his army to handle the Soviet uprisings. So you can see here, they identify who Kerensky is, then provides details how Kerensky's actions led to the Kornilov revolt. Then we get on to a second paragraph. Another key feature of the Kornilov revolt was Kerensky's regretting his decision. So he began to regret his decision, sending out the army, and began to backtrack, deciding he needed the Soviets' loyalty more. So he armed the Red Guard. So again, by saying, look, he regretted his decision. He began to backtrack. He's adding that detail, but then taking it a stage further. That was because he needed the Soviets' loyalty more than anyone else's. So what did he do? He armed the Red Guard. In other words, the Bolshevik army. Then, it didn't actually matter. The pro-Soviets had already managed to stop the train peacefully. Now, up to this point, we would now be talking about this person getting 5 marks. Paragraph 1, 4 marks. Here, 5 marks. A final key feature. So again, final key feature is the public's reaction. Kerensky presents himself as a savior. He says, his actions helped stop the train. However, the Russian public saw it as the Bolsheviks. So it shows that consequence of what's happened. Now, it should be fairly obvious, but just in case, an answer like this would get 6 out of 6. By hitting 3 develop points, it assures that it would get the full marks. So the key thing about this is 1. Effective revision. 2. Key sentence starters. 1 key feature, another key feature, a final key feature. And then for each of those, what were they? Why were they important? Okay, I hope this has been helpful. Remember, you can access all the files for this on relentlesshistory.wordpress.com. You can access revision materials through twitter.com/BraytonHistory. There's a YouTube channel, obviously you've gone to it for this, but the YouTube channel will have videos for the Russia topic and other topics coming on. Hope this has been helpful and look forward to you viewing other videos. Thank you very much.